Hey, what is up YouTube? This is Zach Designs here today, and we're coming back to you guys with another video basically teaching you guys how to find free commercial licensed textures for free. Any type of texture, free commercial license basically for you to freely use at any time for free. I see a lot of people having issues trying to find textures or basically trying to find any type of texture to use on fonts, any types of media they're trying to create, and they're having issues trying to find these free licensable font, or not fonts, but textures that they can use on anything. So let's go ahead and get into this here today and go to any browser, web page, or source you're using. Typically, I use Google Images. A lot of people use Google Images to this day to find any textures. So what I would definitely look up is any type of texture you're trying to use. So for example, let's use grunge textures, of course, which is going to be the first one. So grunge textures, you're going to be going to the images and searching on images, of course, because that's one way and the only way you're going to be finding images. After that, you're going to go ahead and go to size large. And then after size large, you're going to go to usage rights, Creative Commons licenses. And then the Creative Commons licenses there are going to come up to all of the online free to use textures. So these ones here, you're going to be able to click on and see that these textures are free to use by Pixabay, license free commercial use fonts, and all the additional ones are also going to be free to use, licensable, and seamless. I usually do a high resolution or a large image, so just so I can have the high quality textures on my art and my features. So you can also look up any other types of textures like cracked texture, for example, and then you go to tools, usage rights, Creative Commons license, and then the size large. Creative Commons license is a free licensing or type of free licensing tool that is a commercial free to use license. So basically, if you even look up on YouTube, Creative Commons licenses on YouTube videos, those are free to use videos as well that you can also take part in. Now within these here, you can also see that there's a lot of other textures that you can use. I typically use these. Here's a texture that 10,000 views. A lot of people use it. This one is free to use on this end. And then there's a lot more, Pixabay and a lot of other places that also provide these. Google Images is a good resource to use because they upload them all publicly to an image search website to where you just search them publicly by any image and by any word. So this is way easier than just going to Pixabay or PX here or Flickr or any of these other websites and looking for an actual texture. And then let's go ahead and look up another texture here. What are some other textures? We could do paper texture. So like paper, cracked paper, then usage rights, Creative Commons, and then size large licenses. So once you get into the Creative Commons licenses for all the paper here, you definitely get to see all the ones that you can freely use. This one's very, very, very good. This is a really high quality texture here. Very nice. So yeah, a lot of these are free to use, and a lot of them are easy to go ahead and download and get, and a lot of them are high quality. Like this one's a really good one. I might actually download this one for the future, so I'm gonna keep that one saved right there. And then we'll actually search another one here, just because a lot of these textures, a lot of people are having a lot of issues finding. I get a lot of questions to this day, like how do you guys find your textures? How do you find such high quality textures, or how do you create these certain textures? And a lot of them have to do with creating your own paintbrush as well. So for example, if you're doing clouds, right, and you're trying to find clouds all the time, and you're always using clouds and stuff like that, I would definitely partake in creating your own cloud brush or downloading a cloud brush that's free to use or buying one, because that does take a part in effect of creating your own type of textures and things that you could freely use anytime at all times. For example, on my Photoshop here, I have a lot of textures that I've partaked in creating and have helped out in creating here in the past. So for example, here's some right here. Let's actually get a black color. So if you really look into these are like small textures, just like a cracked wall and paper texture. And here's some others like paint splatters and things like that. These are things that you can also create, and I'm also going to teach you guys in another video, is when you do download these, you can also create some cool brush effects. Like this one's a paint splatter again, and there's many more. For example, you can also do lightning here. So and there's lightning here that you can always use, and there's a whole bunch of them. I keep adding them to this day, especially with a lot of my Photoshop packs that I have here today. I add so much stuff to them, especially when I get anything free to use. I would definitely partake in creating your own pack of art that you use, just so it's a resource that you can go back to. For example, if you guys see all my wow. If you guys go ahead and see all my speed art videos also have this package used a lot. So let's go down below here. So textures, for example, I save a whole bunch of textures later on in life just so I can freely use them and just continue to add them. And then, for example, renders that I find, I simply add those as well. Continue to. So I would definitely partake in that. I'm going to be teaching these also in another video. I just wanted to teach you guys today a quick way so you guys can go ahead and find quick, easy to use, high definition textures for absolutely free, seamlessly, and easy. So like I said, you can use any texture anytime. Just search it up on Google Images, look up large, thin, Creative Commons licenses, and you're all good to go. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys did like the video, please subscribe, comment, and or share. And I'll go ahead and see you guys in the next video. Thank you.
Go crazy, berserker.